name's Michael Knieling. I'm the Paralegal Manager here at the firm. I'm here to discuss what is a paralegal. Heidi, do you want to touch on that?
I like how you deferred that to me.
You're welcome.
So a paralegal is, I would say it's under an attorney, and we do a lot of stuff that attorneys do, but we don't actually practice law and we can't give legal advice, but we do a lot of drafting of documents, editing, a lot of client work, research, a lot of legal research. Did I miss anything?
No. So yeah, we tend to do a lot of the front half of the work for attorneys. We do a lot of their first drafts. We take a lot of their edits. We do a lot of legal research to find out what the relevant case law at the time is. As I'm sure you've seen in the news, that can be ever changing. So yeah, all it really takes is one case decision and suddenly our entire argument changes. So we've got to go back and...
Forgot about the filing.
Oh no, we definitely do a lot of filing.
filing with the courts.
Yeah, so, but yeah, we do a lot of the front end work for the attorneys, and then we do a lot of back end work once they have a final product. Whether that be filing or serving particular defendants, or we do a lot. But we do it a lot less of a cost than the attorneys, so that's the benefit to the client of paralegals, is that we have a lot of the same skill sets and a lot of the same knowledge. We're not licensed to practice law, but we have to do a lot of the front end legal analysis per se, based on whatever fact pattern is presented to us. We have to identify what area of law that might have violated, what can we do to benefit the client to try and mitigate whatever issue that is, or try to rectify that, seek some justice on behalf of the client. But our skill set ranges from initial drafts of demand letters to complaints that are filed in court to subpoenaing witnesses, documents, or making sure that judgments are enforced after the case is over. So yeah, we do a lot of the work for the attorneys to make sure that the attorneys are not billing the client at full rate. We usually tend to charge about a third to half of what they do. So we do a lot of the work to make sure that you guys are getting a very, very good work product to the attorney right off, and they don't have to do a lot of work to make sure that that's final and ready for court or ready to go out to whatever organization you happen to be working for. So case conferences, we get a lot of questions from clients about those. The reason that we constantly have case conferences with attorneys is because one, we have large caseloads that we carry. We're all carrying 35 to 45 cases per attorney. Oftentimes a paralegal works for 2, 3, 4 different attorneys. So for us to all stay on the same page as to what is going on with the case, so on and so forth, we have to constantly communicate with the attorneys. One, to make sure that whatever strategy or tactic we are pursuing in your particular matter is in agreement with what they want us to do, but also oftentimes clients or opposing counsel or third-party witnesses, etc., will communicate with either just the attorney or just the paralegal, and we have to keep communication with us on the same page. So to make sure that one of us isn't behind, an event didn't occur in the client's life that we need to know about, that may alter how their case moves forward, we want to make sure that all of us stay on the same level of communication with that. So we are constantly touching base with each other on basically any alteration or change or new piece of information that we get related to a case.
Basically, I feel like a paralegal job is to make the attorney's job easier. And the way we do that is, like what Mike said, we're sort of between the attorney and the client. And when we find out things, we make sure the attorney knows, because the client usually is gonna come to us a lot of the times. They know the attorney's more expensive. So sometimes they try to skirt around the attorney, and sometimes they try to ask legal questions or whatever, but definitely it's important that we make the attorney's job easier by making sure that they know everything that's going on and just making it easier for them by doing anything we can to do that. So organization of documents, calendaring things, anything that makes it easy and they don't have to ask a bunch of questions or do a bunch of work or look through the file to find something. We just try to make it so that everything's at their, at their fingertips.
Right, and prepare them the best that we possibly can.